I'm going to be talking about one of the most frustrating aspects of my life. One of the most soul-sucking, just destructive things that occurs over time, and that is having a desire to change, but not strong enough to actually take action. Right, like thinking about change often and having a general sense of what it might be, and knowing what you could be doing to improve it, but not actually having enough of whatever it might be you need, enough of that motivation or drive to actually do it. So there's certain aspects of my life, such as like weightlifting, running, all these things, anything physically active where I'm in control of my body and it doesn't require any intellectual effort or it's just not that much, right? Just really do the activity. I can get action easily. It comes naturally to me. But other things that are more intellectual or social, I can't get that same amount of motivation. It doesn't come naturally at all. And there's not enough of a desire to change my current situation, even if at times it leaves me incredibly frustrated to actually take the change. And I'm really wondering why that is. Because beforehand, a couple years back, it seems as though I would act differently without much motivation, right? I it seemed as though I was more in touch with my emotions, and these things would really hurt me. If I had like a social rejection, it would really hurt me, and I would try really hard to avoid that or to become better. I think the avoiding part actually ended up taking over, but at times it would be the opposite. I would really want to increase my skills in whatever it might be. Right? If I was approaching a girl at the club and I got rejected, well, I would try and change my approach. I wouldn't be like, oh, fuck, she rejected me. I'm a horrible person. It would just be like, okay, well, whatever. I'm fucking, that's just me. I tried, and what can I do differently, right? Can I change my look? Can I change my approach? Can I change the way I talk? The overall vibe. And that caused me to have success. But over time, some things that I guess became more personal to me, or I started taking more personally, made me much more risk adverse in all in social areas and also in intellectual activities, right? Like school wise, I fucking went crazy hard with that shit until I started not caring, not having a real direction. And why is that? It's because of failures or perceived failures, right? Seeing myself as not intelligent enough or not capable for whatever reason and feeding that shit in my brain, right? Again and again and again. And before you know it, you start believing it. You start believing your own lies. It becomes a thing of like, oh, well, okay, even though I've done it before, now I don't believe I can for whatever reason, right? All the excuses. And I'm talking very abstract and I have difficulty actually bringing concrete examples. But I guess we can go into like maybe because my degree was in computer information systems. I graduated, I finished that. For a while, I was really good at JavaScript, web development. I got super into that, learned a lot of stuff very quickly, and I had a genuine interest in it. Then I stopped taking those classes. New courses came in. There was a lot of work there. I had a job as well. Didn't have as much time for web development. Ended up forgetting a lot of things. And then I didn't revisit it for years. Then I come back to it. I've forgotten so much. And suddenly I'm telling myself, "Oh, well, fuck, I can't do this anymore. I don't know. It's changed a lot. Oh, I'm not smart enough anymore," right? Like or with relationships. This year alone, I've been in 3 short-term relationships. All of them had different reasons for ending, but at the end of the day, I was still in them. I still managed to have people attracted to me for a period of months, and then you take that shit and you get out of there and you're like, oh well, fuck, now I can't do it. But why? If I could do it before, if this was a couple months ago, what's changed? What's changed? Like, right? It just boggles my mind to see this shit I'm playing and to lose so much faith in myself. For what? Like, what's changed? I don't know. I really don't know. It truly seems to be perhaps a shift in my identity. I think it was minor shifts, minor tweaks in the wrong direction that compounded and got me to a point where I truly believed I wasn't worth this shit. And it's worth mentioning, I've been at this point before. I've been worse than this before. I've seen these pits many times, right? And I always find a way out, but never in a lasting manner. I can get myself out for a couple weeks. I can get myself out for maybe a couple months even. But there always seems to be a force that drags me back to the doubt, to the insecurity, to the fear. And it's one thing to be aware of it. Sure, that's good. It's a base. But then you actually have to want to change that. You actually have to want to pull yourself out of it. Push yourself out of it. Emerge, right? Like a phoenix from the ashes. But alas, it's quite difficult to do that. And the difficulty lies in the uncertainty. At this point, I'm just speaking a bunch of fucking words, dude, but it's a ramble, as I tend to do. But I guess if I had the sense of wanting to do everything, of wanting to change every part of my life, I'm never going to be able to change anything because it's unclear. I need to set parameters, right? Clear parameters, clear objectives. I think that's one thing that I've been good at with the physical activities. I have numbers, I have goals, I have actual competitions that I prepare for. It's there. It's not just an idea. It's clear. And because of that, it's a lot easier to prepare for. It's a lot easier to be motivated, to be driven. So I guess that's just food for thought. Anyways, just a little ramble. Until the next one.